Good day, sir. I am Grandpa Brilliant Q, and I'm from Section Bravo, and now I'm going to recite the 6 tables. Negotiation versus mediation. Negotiation. It is an agreement is based on parties' own terms. Mediation. Mediator attempts to work out a settlement or agreement that both parties accept or reject. Mediation versus conciliation. Mediation. A mediator will, in most cases, and as a matter of principle, refrain from making such a proposal. Conciliation. The conciliator will be asked by the parties a to provide mm, them with a non-binding settlement proposal. CAM versus CRM versus JDR. CAM. Non-persisting agreement present, but parties were still directed to mediation to declog court dockets. CRM expressly stated in an agreement to resort to arbitration before filing a case in court. JDR. Judge tried to settle the dispute to cases not successfully settled in CAM. Arbitration versus mediation versus conciliation. Objective. Objective. Legally, how it's done. Arbitration. Award, legally binding. Parties submit their cases to a neutral third parties. Arbitration determines solution. Mediation. Settlement, no settlement, not legally binding. Mediator recommends alternative parties reach out an agreement. Conciliation. Advice to either parties. Settlement, no settlement, not legally binding. NTP gives advice, parties reach out an agreement. Arbitration versus litigation. Arbitration. Private and confidential parties were given the opportunity to agree on the arbitrator. Parties can select the governing law that will determine their substantive rights. Arbitration. Procedure depends on the agreement. Litigation. Public. Parties cannot agree on the presiding officer because the judge is ruffled. Philippine law governs unless there is a choice of law stipulation in the contract, rules of court applies. Arbitration versus litigation. Arbitration. Formal offered evidence is generally submitted at the beginning. The venue of arbitration depends on the agreement. Submission to the process is consensual. Claimant versus respondent. Arbitrator. Stenographer. Award, final award, interim award. Litigation. Formal offer of evidence is only submitted at the end. As a rule, the rules of court determine the venue but may also depend on the agreement. Submission to the process is not consensual. Plaintiff versus defendant. Petitioner versus respondent. Judge, court, reporter. Judgment final judgment, interlocutory order.